What's up, everybody? This is Wall Street Calling, and welcome to Crypto Smoke TV. Welcome to the next segment, and what has to be my favorite crypto out there right now, crypto project out there right now. So in this video, you're gonna learn about Theta TV. I've already done a ton of research into them, ton of research into their partnerships, and I've also started to use some of their services. Let's get started. Let's first get started with the technical side of things of Theta. So let's zoom out, let's start on the weekly time frame and see what's going on. So diving straight into Theta, since around December, we've had massive gains right now. We're sitting about 2,000% return since December of 2020, right? So those are huge gains, guys. And I think that it has a lot further to go into. It's a fairly new project that's about 2 years into their infancy. So as they expand, I think that they're gonna go a whole lot, heck of a lot, hell of a lot higher than where they're at right now. Before I get started, guys, let me not forget, I'm not a financial advisor. I do my own research, and I wanna share that with you guys so you guys can make your own decision on what you guys wanna invest into. All right, so moving forward, yes, we're on an uptrend on our RSI. We're overbought, that's what it's telling us. We're on an uptrend on our MACD. That's what it's telling me. So as you saw, we're about 2,000% return since December of 2020, which is crazy, man. Imagine buying Theta at 60 cents and now it's at $12. That's a whole of a lot, right? So let's move into, actually, let's backtrack. Let's zoom in a little bit on a daily time frame and see what we're doing right now. Let's highlight our key supports right now so we know where we're at, and our key resistance. So I don't think that we're gonna see it back then, a $3 token of Theta, too many massive investors, but that's a support level. This is definitely a support and resistance level. And now we're at another support level, right over here. You see some exhaustion happening right now in the daily time frame from all these massive run-ups. We have a Theta token at $12 to $11. We see some consolidation. We see some exhaustion, some sideways movement in Theta. If this continues, that's gonna let Theta breathe a little bit. We're gonna have some new investors coming into the field. In this exhaustion, we might even see if it breaks, we can see it come back down all the way to $7 or $8. I don't think that it'll break. We're still on an uptrend on the weekly time frame. We're still on an uptrend on a daily time frame, right? So yeah, we see some exhaustion happening right now on the 4 hours, just like I said, keeping us above on the 4-hour MACD, and the same thing on the RSI. So moving on to the tokenomics of Theta, we have 1 billion Theta tokens out there and a market cap of $11 billion out there. So right now we're at $11 per token. I think that it can go a lot higher. So yeah, we also have T-Fuel, which is used to pay its users. All right, so T-Fuel, we're sitting at around 36 cents a token for T-Fuel. There's about 5 billion circulating supply of T-Fuels. I don't know why CoinGecko hasn't picked this up. A little bit of research and you would have that. There's a annually inflation rate on T-Fuel of 5%, which is not bad. Not bad at all. You can buy a lot of this stuff from Binance. You can buy T-Fuel from Binance, and you can also buy Theta from Binance. So moving on to this article and looking at the fundamental side of things of T-Fuel and Theta, let's get right into it. So hosting and sharing video content is a tricky business, right? The problem is that the content is all stored in one place. It can be very slow for people around the world to access it. So video sharing websites will use multiple servers around the world so that they can deliver the content much more quickly, known as content delivery networks. That sounds complex, right? So as you know, the more data that is pulled out from these CDNs, the more expensive it gets. That's basically what it's saying. And it's a very expensive process. I mean, just think about Netflix, guys. There's not one central server that hosts all those videos that every single person can use, right? Netflix is a behemoth. It's a giant, probably has a lot of CDNs around the world so that people can watch Netflix, and it pays massive amounts of fees to these CDNs. So Theta is not looking to replace like the Netflix, not looking to replace the YouTube or the Twitch platform. It's looking to enhance it and provide a new infrastructure for such businesses that's not only decentralized but far cheaper, right? So think about that, guys. That's the whole mission of Theta. It's not to replace YouTube or live streaming, but to enhance it, to make it more cost effective for these platforms to explode. And on top of that, making a whole lot of people richer. So how Theta Network uses its 2 tokens. Those participating in the Theta Network get paid on sharing video content to other users. The video sites themselves pay for the service, not the end user. In order to pay for the data stream, the network uses a token called T-Fuel. Man, I love that T-Fuel. When someone shares the video content to someone else who's trying to watch the video, the streaming site pays them in T-Fuel tokens. Right now I'm running my own Edge and I get paid T-Fuel tokens. And when I look at that wallet, man, it's not a whole lot, but I love it. It's worth noting that the user doesn't stream whole clips, but just small amounts of data for each user or for each video. So the end user will receive fragments from video data from multiple users and piece it together themselves, which is crazy, right? I mean, just imagine if you're in an apartment complex and your buddy downstairs that hates you because you're always making noise, and he's like, hey man, let me stream that video that you're watching, right? Let's say it's on Netflix. He gets faster upload speeds, you get paid for hosting fragments of it on your computer. So Theta Network also has a second token called Theta. This is the governance token that's designed to help the community manage the Theta blockchain and control its direction in the future. Now, right now it goes to note saying that it's not ran by the community. It's still in its infancies, and Theta Labs is the one that's controlling how Theta rolls out, at least right now. And then eventually it'll get turned over to the Theta Network, where we're able to make a difference by staking our Thetas and casting a vote. Right, the Theta token has a fixed supply of 1 billion, went over that with no inflation, went over that. The tokens to receive T-Fuel, which has a supply of 5.2 billion. I was wrong about that, 5.2 billion, guys, not 5 billion tokens that are fixed with a 5% inflation rate. So damn, CoinGecko, you watch my videos, man. You would have got that already. What is the Theta blockchain? The Theta blockchain is a fast design for small payments that enables it to provide real-time payments, rewards content distributors for their effort. It achieves this through a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. What does that mean, guys? That just means that you gotta have a whole lot of Theta, stake it, and that's how it validates, right? Which is, in my opinion, a far better for the energy grid. If it's a proof of stake, it's a lot cheaper than running your computer 24/7, validating it that way. On the energy grid at least, right? So let's move on. First, validator nodes. These involve powerful computers processing large amounts of numbers and transactions quickly. There are fewer of these, and typically they run by companies who are backing the network, such as Samsung and Sony, which are backing the network for sure. They are the first line of defense in keeping the network secure. Those running the validator nodes have to stake 1 million tokens, Theta tokens, man. Whew. Second, the community nodes. These are ran by thousands of community members that they're checked and validated that the network or the validator nodes are performing accurately. If a malicious block was somehow accepted by the validator nodes, this community node would stop it in its tracks. These nodes only need to stake 1,000 Theta tokens. All right, so the company, I always love highlighting people that are in charge of companies because I do my own research into them and I want to find out if they're good, reputable people, right? So the company behind Theta Network is Theta Labs, which I stated earlier. The CEO is Mitch Lau. I think that's how you say it. So do your own research on this guy. I will not be covering him in this video because it's gonna be way too much just content for this video, and I just wanna keep it simple and a broad overview on this. While the Theta TV platform brings in some revenue, it's nothing relative to the size of the Theta blockchain, he explained, which is this Wes Levitt. The company has been relying on funds raised by investors, which is not good. This is not something that I wanna see in a company. But again, I understand where they're at as far as Theta. They're in its infancy. They're not really charging people right now. They're not making a whole lot of money. So they're just relying on the investors' funds that they raise. This is a negative on my side. Obviously, I'm taking that into consideration on why I'm still buying Theta. But yeah, these investors include Samsung, Sony Innovation Funds, along with a string of VC firms. 4 VC firms announced in March that they will be staking 100 million of their Theta tokens. This is bullish news again, guys, because you're staking it. That means those tokens are going to be tied up for a long time, and they're not planning on selling. They're making that passive money. The company also has advised from a range of mainstream media companies, including Stephen Chen, co-founder of YouTube, Justin Kan, co-founder of Twitch, Jonathan Wong, director of product video streaming website like Kotian Viki, whatever that is. Yeah, he's the director of products of the video streaming site. So, I mean, this is very bullish news for me, because these guys, obviously, they have way better things to do than just to, if they weren't serious about this project, they would not be spending their time. They're on the board of advisors, guys. They're advising Theta, man. So Theta Labs has so far been granted 3 patents by the US Patent and Trademark Office related to video streaming services. This again is even more bullish news, guys. If you're not protected by the government on your design, then anyone could copy it. Now, I know that the whole aspect of blockchain is to be as transparent as possible, and that patents kind of circumvent that. But I think that you need to have some type of privacy in some of these sectors, so that not everybody just copies and steals like we've been seeing it in the cryptoverse, right? I think this is very bullish for Theta. I know that Samsung is probably love that, and that's why they got involved. It's because they don't want to have 1,000 competitors. Who wants to have 1,001 competitors? 2,000, 3,000? Nobody, right? I don't. So this is an update on the mainnet 3.0, which was scheduled for April 21st. It's been pushed back to June 30th. And for the reason, key partnership opportunities in the NFT space have required us to devote resources to building out the upcoming Theta NFT marketplace in a broader approach and incorporate some of the fundamental elements into mainnet 3.0 core. So that means that they're looking to add some of the stuff, some of the core data, some of the core concepts onto mainnet 3 so that Theta NFT marketplace runs right. And I'm all for that, guys. So I don't think this is a red flag. This is more like a yellow. Just be aware of it, The longer term, we believe that the Theta Elite Edge nodes can be true, universal, decentralized edge storage for all NFTs that does not rely on any centralized platform. So right now I'm running my own edge node, which is super cool because when I leave from here and I go do other things and my computer goes to sleep, the edge node is making me some passive T-field tokens, which I love. Come back and looking at that. Even though it's not a lot, whatever, right? I'm not using the bandwidth, so why not have it work for me? So I wanted to go into the institutional investors that just jumped on board and staked 100 million, guys. Do your own research if you want to. I'm not really going to get into it. This is going to be a really long video as it is. So the only one that caught my attention is Venture Reality Fund. They've been really great at keeping the pieces that they invest into have been acquired by like Facebook, Google, and Apple. So these guys are very, very reputable and do amazing work in this space. And they're one of the big investors in the Theta token. So that is very bullish news, at least for me. So I wanted to go over real quick on the Theta Explorer. This is just it shows you the blocks, right, for each block, the transaction. So it's super easy to maneuver, and just everything's so transparent, so easy to see. Like it was a transfer from one wallet, from this wallet to this wallet of 4,700 USD dollars. It's super transparent, super easy to see. Shows you the staked Theta, right? Super easy to maneuver. Let's go into the Theta TV. This is the official website. They have an app. It still has some bugs in there, and you can earn Theta tokens just by clicking on this video or clicking on a video that has orange symbol like this. I've earned some T-Fuel already. I've been watching some of these guys. They're not cool. They're not as cool as Crypto Smoke TV, but you know, eventually they will be. So if they have this orange check mark right here, that means you're earning T-Fuel. And if you just click it on there and you just start watching, you're gonna get some of this nice juicy T-Fuel. And this is the Theta marketplace, and you can buy a lot of stuff. But you know, as this builds out and you start to notice that NFTs are gonna be placed in here and all these things, this is gonna be a real highway for people to come in here and buy either NFTs, store their NFTs on display. But this is really, what I can see out of this, guys, is really a place where streamers have their NFTs store here, and then people like you, myself, or you just come in here and buy NFTs from these streamers or from these celebrities or whoever it is. And yeah, man, I mean, I think it's really cool how it's building out right now. And that's pretty much all I wanted to cover with you guys on Crypto Smoke TV. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'm gonna put all these links below. And don't forget, guys, smash that like button and click that subscribe button and share this video with someone that needs to be brought into the crypto space, guys, who needs more information. I'm gonna be making a ton of these videos. So I'm gonna get to editing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.